So hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I am sharing with you all my best of 2019 in beauty. This year, as far as the makeup is concerned, I really tried to reel it back in. I didn't want to spend a lot of money. I plan on doing the same in 2020 as well, and just going forward, just buying things that I need. Buying good things, just because I want to stop being so wasteful. I think 2016 and 2017 were years in which I spent a lot of money on makeup, and I kid you not, there are a ton of palettes in my collection that were purchased in those years that I don't really reach for anymore, and I don't want that to be the case in the new year. So I'm going to, I guess, commit to spending my money wisely and just buying things that I know I will need, buying things that I really want, and items that perhaps I will be using more here on my channel. So some of these might be repeats, as you may have seen in my best of in skincare video, but for the most part there are, you know, a few new items. Before we begin with today's video, I'd love to invite you all to subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. Please be sure to hit that notification bell so that you're notified whenever I make a brand new upload. Also, be sure to add me on all of my other social media platforms. I will link those down below for you. I'm going to start maybe in order of application, or at least in the order in which I apply my products. And yes, I am sick, so if I look a little down, this is the last video I'm filming for the day. I have just a little bit of a sinus congestion, a sore throat, and I really just need a nap. We'll start with facial primers. This is a recent favorite, but this is the Good Molecule Silicone Priming Moisturizer. This is formulated with shea butter, macadamia seed oil, and plant-derived silicone alternative to deeply hydrate, smooth, and nourish the skin. I don't think this is fragranced, so I like that about it. And this is just a really nice product. But it's just, yeah, I don't think there's a fragrance to this. I like that this is a dimethicone-free primer, and it's very hydrating to the skin. It's very lightweight. It works with a number of my foundations, and I've just really been enjoying it. It is the, am I wearing, I don't remember if I put a primer on today, but if I did, it's probably that. Next, I have the Henriksen Banana Bright Face Primer. So this, unlike the Good Molecules, this is a little fragranced, and there is a bit of a tint to this product as well. So there's that. I really like how luminous this leaves my skin, and despite it, you know, leaving a luminous look over the skin, it doesn't make my skin feel heavy or oily throughout the day. There is kind of like that citrusy scent to the item, so if you're sensitive to fragrances, this may not be the product for you, but it really does a good job at priming the skin for makeup application. I feel like it's especially targeted for those with like dull, dehydrated, dry skin, so it's going to give your skin just a healthy, luminous glow. I feel like if you may have like oily skin already, this may just be too much for you. And I do enjoy the fact that it is glitter free, because sometimes when you think of brightening or like a luminous finish, things have glitter in them, and that's not my jam, at least not yet. For foundation, I do have 3, and these 2 are repeats. This is a very well loved bottle of the Dior Backstage Face and Body Foundation. I'm in the shade 35N. And then I love mixing this with another very well loved, don't judge me, Makeup Forever Matte Velvet Skin. This is gross, you guys. But I love this mixture for like spring and summer, and for fall and winter, the Becca Skin Love Weightless Blur Foundation mixed in with this is my jam. This is what I have on today, and this is in the shade Noisette. I love applying this combo with a beauty blender, and I love applying this combo with a flat kabuki brush. I feel like I get excellent coverage from these three foundations. I haven't found that they act funny at any point, no matter the time of year. I just feel like I get good coverage. I don't break out from using this. If I do break out, it's just because I haven't washed my brushes in 75 years. These have been my favorite foundations. And in case you're new here, I do have normal skin that just tends to be sensitive to vitamin C depending on the season. But for the most part, just normal skin. Occasionally has a breakout here or there, and I love a kind of medium to full coverage foundation, so I love these three. For concealer, this is kind of like my everyday concealer. This is the ColourPop No Filter Concealer, and I wear the shade Medium 28. I love applying this over or underneath the eye area with a beauty blender. And I've been using this since its release. I feel like it's a great option for those of us who are on a budget, and for those of us who don't want to use our expensive things, you know, on a daily basis. If I do have like a meeting or a long day at work or a special occasion, I do wear the Too Faced Born This Way Multi-Use Sculpting Concealer. I love this because it really does cancel out any darkness underneath my eyes, but this is very pigmented. And that is the concealer that I am wearing underneath the eyes today. I do not look this good underneath. Like I said, I'm just really sick. But this is a great option. I don't know if I will be repurchasing again, just because Too Faced has been a kind of problematic brand. But I do love that they are cruelty-free. So any brand that's cruelty-free will always get a nice mention here on my channel. One of my favorite things about this product, again, is the coverage. But I love the Mega Wand here. It's like, it just covers everything. So, you know, maybe I will purchase this again. For brows, I have, this has been a favorite of mine forever. This is the ColourPop Brow Boss. This is in the shade Ash Brown. I went from like dark brown to ash brown, and I feel like ash brown is my best match. I use this every day, and I have repurchased this a number of times. This will just probably just be my favorite brow pencil for life. Again, ColourPop, made in the USA, cruelty-free, and budget-friendly. For brows, I have the Milk Makeup Kush Fiber Brow Gel. When I do want a bold brow and an even bushier brow than I have, I will set my brows with this. This is what I have on my brows today as well. And I just love this stuff. This is the applicator. It's a very small wand, so you're gonna get all the hairs. Yeah, I like it. For mascara, I did in 2019, I did get into mascara primers or lash primers. Yeah, lash primers. So this is the one I have on the lashes today. This is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer. I did use the Lancome one that came in a Sephora Play box, and I really enjoyed that. But that's not cruelty-free, and I don't think Marc Jacobs is cruelty-free. I decided to support Marc Jacobs with my $22 or $24 purchase, just because I like Marc Jacobs a little bit more than I do Lancome. I decided to purchase this and try it, give it a go, and I've been enjoying it. I should have gotten the Milk Makeup Lash Primer, but I didn't because the reviews weren't all that great. But maybe I'll get that next time. And I only purchased that because I want to get like fluffier, larger, more volumized lashes without getting extensions. So that's why I'm paying a little bit more attention to my lashes. My favorite mascara of 2019 was the Milk Makeup Kush mascara. I went through so many minis of this, so I finally decided to bite the bullet and purchase a full size, and boy does this feel so yummy in my hands. I absolutely love the wand and the formula. Love, love, love. What else do I have? Let's talk setting powders. The Hourglass Veil Translucent Setting Powder. This is a favorite from 2018 as well. I just love how finely milled this powder is. And another favorite of mine is the ColourPop No Filter Translucent Powder, which I have no idea where that went. I cannot seem to find it anywhere. But that is my everyday powder, setting powder for concealer. That one is not as finely milled as the Hourglass one, but it is, again, budget friendly. For bronzer and highlight, I have the Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette. I purchased this in the summer because I wanted to replace my NARS Bank Disable palette, which was unfortunately expired, and sadly NARS now tests on animals and I don't want to support NARS anymore. So I purchased the Natasha Denona Tan Bronze and Glow palette, and the bronzer and the highlight have been my go-to since I opened this unit up. I just cannot stop using this. This is the bronzer and highlight that I am wearing along the cheeks today. Absolutely loving this, and I don't think Natasha Denona tests on animals. I think this is actually my first full-size product from Natasha Denona, and it hasn't disappointed me. A couple of new favorites. This is the Bare Minerals bronzer that came in my little advent calendar. If you've watched my vlogs, you have seen that. This is the bronzer from the, oh, let's do a comparison swatch here. Bronzer from Bare Minerals, and let's do the bronzer from the Natasha Denona. They're like different shades for sure, and different formulas as well. This is the Bare Minerals one, and this is the Natasha Denona. So Natasha Denona is a little bit more pigmented. I feel like it's a little drier and rougher, whereas the Bare Minerals is smoother to the touch. I have also enjoyed the Bare Minerals highlighter in the shade Free. The bronzer is in the shade Warmth. The highlighter is in the shade Free. And let's do a swatch. So Bare Minerals here, really smooth formula. And then let's do the Natasha Denona. I feel like the highlighters might actually be the same shade. Yeah, they kind of are. The Natasha Denona is a little bit more sheer, whereas the Bare Minerals has more maybe shimmer to it, or more color to it. But those are, I guess, the ones that I have been enjoying a lot in 2019 as far as bronzers and highlighters are concerned. So yeah, I think that these were like my top products from that little advent calendar. I had so much fun unboxing those and my little vlogs for you. If you haven't checked that out, they should be in the feed somewhere in the channel. There's still time. So now let's chat lips. Actually, let's chat blush. We can do lips at the end. I do have a number of blush options here, or favorites. These are still packaged. I didn't buy the compacts for them, but these were from the ColourPop and Kathleen Lights collab. This is in the shade So Retrograde. So that's what that looks like. Just like an orangey perfect shade for like summer. And then I have my Sun and Stars. So So that's my Sun and Stars, more of a pinky, glittery shade. And then I have a couple of Bare Minerals blushes, the Bounce and Blur in Blurred Buff and Bounce and Blur in Coral Cloud. So this is what that looks like in Blurred Buff. I'm going to swatch it. This is like a very interesting formula. Really enjoyed it. It's more of a like a muted shade, and then this is the coral shade. I love me some peachy corals. There she is. And then this also came in my little advent calendar, and this is more of a pinky shade. Really soft, finely milled formula. There's a lot more pigment on that Pink Me Up shade. So those were my favorite blushes for 2019. A little inexpensive option for you, and a little bit more, you know, expensive, kind of higher end option for you. I did start off kind of hating this product, but by the end of the summer, this was my go-to lip. This is the ColourPop Ultra Blotted Lip in the shade Oh Hi There. Oh, love this color. It's so pretty. It's just like summer in a lip. So that's that shade. Loved this shade. I hope this is still available next year, because ColourPop products don't really last that long as far as like a shelf life. Another product that I enjoyed a lot during the season was Flower Season. This is a luxe lipstick in a creme finish. Yes, so this is probably the same exact color, but in a lipstick formula. So those were that. Those were my favorite lippies for, like, you know, spring, summer. Then I have the shade on display. This is like perfect for right now. This is in a, I think this is a creme finish as well. And then my nude was What's Your Sign from the Kathleen Lights ColourPop collab. There is that shade, just, you know, like your everyday perfect nude. I also have a favorite called Third Eye. I just cannot seem to locate it, and it's pretty much just another basic nude. So those were my favorite lip products for 2019. As far as eyeshadow palettes, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I didn't, you know, go out and purchase a lot of makeup. I just, again, wanted to reel it back in, and I think I did pretty well. My favorite palette for like spring and summer was the ColourPop Sweet Talk palette. This is a pressed powder palette, so I loved this palette so much. So beautiful. I used this for Coachella the entire trip, and I continued to use it even after the festival. So that was my favorite. And then my current favorite, which I just cannot seem to put down, is the Tati Beauty Textured Neutrals Volume 1 palette. This is just a beautiful palette. It is what I'm wearing in the eyes today. So I am wearing Aura as a brow bone, Soothe in the crease, and I also used the sequin shade along the crease, which I did a couple days ago as well. Turned out very nicely. I used the metallic Soothe all over the eyelid space, and then I also used the Soothe in metallic finish. Just a little sprinkle of the glitter. I didn't really pack it in. I didn't want a lot of glitter on the eye today, but I feel like this is just a great palette all around. I think that if she releases it one more time, you're gonna love this, especially if you love your neutral shades. And why not support another fellow YouTuber? Yeah, those were my two favorite palettes for the year. Yeah, I think that is all I have. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I do want to declutter a lot of the makeup that I have just kind of hanging out here and taking up space. So I may actually start off the year by doing a little decluttering. So actually not even the year, we can start the decade by just decluttering. Let me know if you would be interested in seeing that. If not, that's okay as well, but do let me know if you would be interested in seeing maybe like a decluttering series or just like a declutter with me video by letting me know in the comments down below. I think that's all I have. Do let me know what your favorite makeup products were in the comments down below. I'd love to know. Maybe I can give those a try. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope to see you in the next one, so be sure to subscribe to my channel. And yeah, I will see you all in my next video. Bye.